Donovan, did you want to hop on this as well?
Yeah, I actually had a few points to make with regards to what you said, Anthony. When you first found the red pill, you said it was like you had like a superpower or something like that.
It was like steroids.
Steroids, right? We're right. I equate the when a man first finds the red pill, just like Rollo said, you go through all kinds of stages, but there is that one moment where things just snap. Like all of a sudden, everything comes into focus. Just like the Matrix, the one of the very last scenes on the Matrix where Keanu Reeves' character Neo looks down the hallway and he sees all of the agents in code. He now understands, the Matrix. Well, I equate finding the red pill and everything snapping. It's almost like having x-ray vision, because you pick up on when everything just falls into place, you pick up on nuance, you pick up on verbal cues, nonverbal cues, slut tells, undercover slut tells. And like I tell my listeners this all the time: when you have true red pill awareness and red pill knowledge, when a girl is talking to you, it's as though you're watching like one of those Japanese kung fu flicks. Like they're talking and saying one thing, but you're seeing the subtitle on the bottom. So when a girl says to you, yeah, I used to be married and kids, but I decided to I wasn't where I wanted to be in life, so I got a divorce, and I got on a reality show. What you're saying is that you cheated on your husband, took him for all he was worth because you got selfish and you wanted to do something selfish, regardless of this is how it goes. So
Donovan,
go ahead.
Donovan, would you say that red pill awareness helps you see past the behaviors and into the motivations of why women say and do what they do?
Absolutely. And something else the red pill teaches you is that women aren't complicated at all. Honestly, women are as simple as a white door. They're not. And the way women have been sort of packaged to us since birth is that women are these complex creatures. They're mysterious, and how to understand women. And there's a book as thick as the Bible. No, women are simple. They're very simple to understand, and it's very simple to find out what motivates them, which is basically them. Women are inherently selfish, just like men are, but figuring out women is not that hard. You just have to understand what makes them tick and why they do what they do. On Cassie J's The Red Pill, I actually remember seeing a guy who was being interviewed by some chick on the news about some guy renouncing the red pill. This guy went on and said, yes, I wasn't doing that well with women, and I looked up the red pill and I tried the strategies and it didn't work. This goes exactly to what Carlos said about teaching a man to fish and he can feed himself for life. What a lot of men do, they make the mistake of learning pickup lines and strategies and techniques and learning to become a PUA instead of cultivating their lifestyle to live the red pill lifestyle. Teaching a man to fish is exactly the same thing as lifting weights, getting your financial house in order, learning what makes a woman tick. The red pill is not a strategy, it's a lifestyle. And by virtue of just sheer human behavior, the higher your value is by cultivating all of these other things other than getting laid, the more attractive you're going to be with women. Again, I tell my viewers all the time, listen, living the red pill life is great and it's great to fuck women, but you guys have to understand that being good with women, having options with women should be merely a side effect of living the red pill life. Otherwise, if pussy is your only priority and you hit a dry slump, because it's going to happen, you start to question yourself. Well, is the red pill really real? What am I really here for? So it's important for men to understand that, yes, most men find the red pill because of sexual frustration and or heartbreak. But the deeper they dive in, the more they find that it's more important to develop yourself. And listen, Ryan says this about married red pill. The other day on my show, he says, listen, they don't talk about women, they talk about yourself. The 12 levels of dread has little to do with the woman. It's all about your behavior, what you're doing, what you're thinking. With regards to what Rollo said about people who have red pill awareness and people who actually put it into practice, I call those guys 5%ers. I would go as far as to say, I don't know, because of the internet, anywhere between 75 and 80% of men walking around in the United States and the UK, they probably have red pill awareness. But 5% of those people actually put it into practice. It's one thing to read Rollo Tomasi and, listen to 21 Studios or watch Donovan Sharpe. It's another thing to go out and actually do these things.
Yep.
And there are different sects of the red pill, right? We have the PUAs, the MGTOWs, the MRAs. I'm not going to get into that. MGTOWs there are many levels to the MGTOWs as far as I know, but the ones that I absolutely cannot stand are the low level MGTOWs, the guys who do nothing but complain. Okay. Everything that low level MGTOWs is predicated on is complaining. There's no solution. Guys, listen, man, being good with women, it's not easy. Okay, being good with women. The funny thing is you have to untrain yourself to untrain yourself to do and be everything that society has told you not to be.
Well, look, if you buy my $5,000 boot camp, I'll make it easy for you.
There you go. But again, if you buy the $5,000 boot camp, just like Carlos said, you're paying a fisherman to fish for you. You need, I don't want to call it a life coach, but you need red pill mentors. You need to consume red pill content every day because we are only human. Listen, man, I'm in a long-term relationship myself. You don't think I failed the occasional shit test? You don't think I put my foot in my mouth? God damn it, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have done this. This is how it happens. This is why you listen to guys like Rollo and Anthony. Sometimes I go back and watch episodes myself and say, God damn, I need to practice a little bit more what I preach. A man's natural instinct is to take care of women, but it would seem that the better we treat them, the worse they treat us. That's what makes the red pill so hard to digest. Everybody swallows the red pill when they get it. Digesting it, that's a whole nother ball game. Just a couple more quick things. I remember somebody was talking about not needing the red pill, right? Like they find the PUA sites, they become good with women, etc. Then they say, this red pill stuff.
I was bringing that up. A lot of pickup artists are like that. They'll find the red pill and be like, yeah, you don't need this shit. Just do it. Just, Mark Manson, just buy models and you'll be fine.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But again, when the pussy dries up, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Paul fucking Janka. I don't care if you're Donovan fucking Sharpe. You're going to hit a dry spell at some point. And if you haven't cultivated other areas of your life, you are going to fall into depression. I know this because I had a stage like that. When I first started being able to fuck pretty girls, I was like, oh my God, this is great. This is never going to end. Dude, I had a 2-month stretch where I didn't get laid. And I was like, what the fuck am I doing? And this and that and the other. And then, of course, I worked my way out of that. PUA's not needing the red pill is akin to truly crazy people thinking they don't need the pills. If you have been diagnosed with listen, if you've been diagnosed with bipolar or mild schizoaffective disorder, they put you on Zyprexa, Seroquel, or Abilify. You take it for 2 months, you're like, oh my God, I don't need this stuff anymore. Well, as soon as you stop taking the pills, you're absolutely fucking crazy.
Hang on, so, Donovan, I have to award you with the best analogy of the weekend. Carl, do you support this nomination? You're Mr. Analogy here. I haven't heard anything that good in in days, at least.
Yeah, that was a solid one.
Well, crazy people don't know they're crazy, and the drugs are so great they honestly don't think that they need them. So if you take the mystery approach or the PUA approach and you start fucking all these beautiful women, oh my God, this is great. Every time I go out with this guy, I'm gonna get laid. But then when you hit that dry slump, you go back to that depressive state. One more thing.